Hey guys, what is up? What is going on? Maiku here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about photography and video 101, how to do amazing video and photos on your mobile device. Whoa, almost dropped that there. Jesus. So what I've recently learned is a lot of my friends actually don't know how to do photography or videography, and there's the basic concepts in order to create amazing Instagram photos or amazing photos of your friends and family. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to give back and give people the tools in order to make those shots happen. Why don't we get started? I'm going to start off with this one video that my friend Crystal had sent me. Long story short, I asked a whole bunch of different people that I thought were really interesting that I met last year to send me videos so I can promote them on my channel. And I kind of got a mix mash of what the different skill levels of what everyone's like. Crystal let me use her first initial video for this video so that way we can focus on how to get things right. So let's watch what went wrong with this video.
Hey everyone, I'm Crystal of the Petite Adventurer. Coming up next, headed to Nepal. I'm really excited about it.
So the first three things that I noticed right away when I first saw this video was, one, the rule of 4/3 was broken. The ground covered a lot of the forefront where she was kind of like somewhere in the background in the like top half of the frame. So framing is absolutely important. You need to get framing correctly, and the best way to get framing correctly is by turning on grid on your cell phone camera. If you have an iPhone, in order to turn on grid, you have to go to settings, and then it's under camera. Let me just pull it up. And grid should be the second option. Now what happens is that now you're going to have this superimposed grid on top of the screen. The grid is not going to come up on your photos. It's just meant to be a guide for the rule of 4/3 basically is you want the subject that you're taking the shot of to be somewhere along the lines of the photo, and you want the subject to cover at least 1/3 of the photo. So here, if I didn't have my hand holding this, you'd be able to see me, but you also would be able to see the background behind me. A lot like what I'm doing right now with this camera. Now if I change the framing of this camera to be something more centered, it's a different look. It has a different feel. Now you can see that's more stuff all around me, and it's just a matter of preference. But the idea is that you want the subject to be at least center, or at least covering 1/3 of the boxes in the frame. Now another thing that you can do is you can also take the shot and then crop the shot afterwards in After Effects or any type of photo editing software. But for me, I'm always about getting the shot right first time and trying to minimize what I have to do in post-production in order to get that photo where I want it to go. Okay, the second thing I noticed in that video was the focus was completely off. The focus was focusing on the rocks in front as opposed to on the subject we wanted the focus to be on. And if you have to be away from your phone, generally what happens on the phone is that the focus, since the phone is all on auto, the focus kind of goes all over the place. So what you can do is, so if you're only using the camera app on your phone, what you can do is you can put an object of where you're planning to be, put your finger, hold down on the screen, and what you see is you should see a number of boxes come on top of the subject. And at the top of the screen it should say auto exposure, auto focus lock. Now you can walk away from the phone, and the phone is not going to autofocus on something else while you're trying to do your thing in front of the camera. I'm not sure what it's like on Android. I've only really used iPhone, so I'm sorry, I don't really know. Now the third thing I noticed from that video was that she was a considerable amount of distance away from the camera. Because the microphone I think is on the back here, if you have a pretty big distance between you and the camera, the audio doesn't really pick up as well as being in front of the camera. In fact, right now I have a microphone right now positioned right in front of me so you can hear my voice more clearly than it would be if I had the microphone beside the camera. It has a considerable distance. Now, how do you get around that on the phone? There's a couple ways you can do it. Let's put this back. So how do you get around this whole audio distance problem on the phone? If you're looking for clear and sharp audio and you can be somewhere that's in the camera in arm's length, there's a product by Rode. Let me find it. Woo-hoo. There's a product by Rode. I think this is called the Smart Lav, and basically this plugs into your iPhone and you just clip this on you. Now you have a lavalier mic which you can use anywhere around the world. Now, you know, when I talked about this earlier, I still thought I had an iPhone 6. I have an iPhone 8 now, and the iPhone 8 doesn't have a headphone jack. That is annoying. Let's see if this works. Alright, so what I have here is the Lightning, the headphone jack. I'm going to plug that into here, to the lavalier, because apparently they don't sell lavaliers with lightning cable jacks. And then that plugs into your phone. Because, thank you Apple. Very important, if you're using two different audio things, always clap so that way you know where's the audio peak, so you can do it in post. But this is a test. Hello guys, what is up, what is going on? Maiku here. The audio over there is the one I'm going to be showing right now. This is the lavalier mic. What do you guys think? Now, the other way is how you can get it. If you don't want to buy the Smart Lav, what you can also do is you can also get use your Apple headphones. I believe the microphone on the Apple headphones also works really well if you need to get the microphone somewhere close to your body. It works particularly well in windy conditions. If you're planning to be more of a professional shooter, you shoot iPhone only, I highly recommend getting the Filmic Pro app. Basically, this app has been used by a whole bunch of different videographers to showcase what the iPhone can do. Whenever I shoot on my iPhone, I always use that app specifically. That gives me a whole variety of options to let me pick and choose how I want to capture a shot. But for audio, there's a special setting that you can do where you can use your Apple AirPods. If you just have to put the Apple earbud in like this. Oh, there's music coming out of this now. Tilt your head a little bit slightly, and now the audio is going to pick up from the AirPods as opposed to the onboard microphone. So you could be 3 meters away from your phone on a tripod and you still have crystal clear audio from on the camera. In fact, why don't we test that out right now? While I was filming this, I broke the stand for my iPhone. This sucks. Alright guys, so that is not... I broke 2 mounts in one day. What the? Okay, third time's the charm. Right now this is recording off my iPhone. It's right now using the back camera microphone, and as I go further away from the camera, it should sound a lot more distant. But if I use any type of Bluetooth microphone... Alright, so I only have this in one ear. And as I walk away, you guys should be able to hear me crystal clear. And that's kind of the other way you can go around this whole audio issue. But because we're only using the phone, you have to be really crafty of how we do things. This is really weird. It's like giving me audio feedback in the ear. I can hear myself, and I really don't like that. So those are the 3 big tips I usually give to all my friends and other creators if you're trying to do stuff in mobile photography, mobile videography, or you just need a refresher course on the basic 101 of photo and video. And now there are other things you can do to improve your game. I have this thing called Moment Lens. I got this from Moment quite a while ago actually. I was filming with this in Taiwan. And they gave me 2. They gave me one that lets you zoom in quite a bit, and this one gives you a wide angle. The only thing I really don't like about this lens is that you always have to have these lenses on you and you always have to attach it to your phone. And I feel like when you're doing mobile photography, you're not really in it for... I'm not too keen on bringing extra lenses for my phone and having a special case for my phone to attach these lenses to. I'd rather just bring a camera at that point. That's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to leave you guys with a video that Crystal have made, the petite adventurer, and what she's going to be doing for 2018. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hi guys, I'm Crystal of the Petite Adventurer. Well, up next, I'm headed to Nepal, which I am so excited about because it's been a dream of mine to see the Himalayas ever since I watched this one documentary called Meru. And if you haven't seen it, you absolutely should. It is so inspirational. There are so many stories from 2017, but this is a really easy answer for me because in September, I quit my job, and right after that, I went to trek the Tour de Mont Blanc in the Alps, which I'd never done trekking before, and I did the trip solo and self-guided. So there were so many good memories that came from it, people that I met along the way, really epic meals, and I just had an amazing time in the mountains, which sparked my great love for it. So in 2018, I will be visiting many more mountains.